Entering expenditures. Schedule D. Unpaid expenditures. In this video, you will learn how to add transaction data to the CSC required report. Schedule D. Unpaid expenditures. Unpaid expenditures are services rendered or products delivered to the non-candidate committee that have not been paid for. Please note, unpaid expenditure payments are reported on Schedule D, unpaid expenditures, and never on Schedule B2, expenditures made. To enter an unpaid expenditure, from the navigation bar, click Add Transaction to access the Add Transaction page. This is the main page for entering transactions into the NCFS. You can either add a new name and transaction or add a transaction to an existing name. Please refer to our previous videos in which we discuss the two ways to add transactions to the NCFS. When prompted to select the transaction type you want to add, select Unpaid Expenditure, and you will be directed to the Schedule D Add Unpaid Expenditure page. Enter the information in the required fields and any other fields that apply. Enter the date that the expenditure was incurred, and the amount, no dollar signs or commas. Select a category for the unpaid expenditure. Next, type a short description of the unpaid expenditure in Purpose of Expenditure. Click Yes if the unpaid expenditure is an independent expenditure. Under Candidate Name, select the name of the candidate supported or opposed by the independent expenditure. Under Support Oppose, select Support or Oppose. The candidate name and Support Oppose fields must be completed when entering an independent expenditure. Independent expenditures with multiple candidates must be entered separately for each candidate, according to the benefit reasonably expected to be derived from the expenditure. Before clicking the Add button at the top of the page, you may select to go to the Schedule D List of Unpaid Expenditures page or to the Add Transaction main page after finalizing this entry. Click Add and you will be redirected to the selected page. Adding an unpaid expenditure payment or forgiving an unpaid expenditure. The Schedule D Unpaid Expenditures list page is where you enter an unpaid expenditure payment or forgive an unpaid expenditure. Access this page from the navigation bar by clicking Schedules, Expenditure, and then Schedule D Unpaid Expenditures. On this page, search for the unpaid expenditure you would like to pay or forgive by using the search feature or by browsing your list of unpaid expenditures. Click on Add Payment listed to the right of the vendor's name, and the Schedule D Add Expenditure Payment page will be displayed. Enter the date of the unpaid expenditure payment or the date that the unpaid expenditure was forgiven, and the amount, no dollar signs or commas. Then click Yes if the unpaid expenditure is forgiven. Please note, each unpaid expenditure that is forgiven must be offset in the same amount as a contribution on Schedule A, contributions received, which is subject to the non-candidate committee's contribution limit if applicable. For expenditure payoff, click Yes if the unpaid expenditure has been fully paid or forgiven. Click Add, which will take you back to the Schedule D List of Unpaid Expenditures page. Please note, the Add Payment link to the right of a vendor's name will be eliminated when Expenditure Payoff is clicked. Yes, indicating that the unpaid expenditure has been fully paid or forgiven. The Schedule D List of Unpaid Expenditures page is where your unpaid expenditures and unpaid expenditure payment or forgiven entries can be viewed, searched, sorted, edited, and deleted. You can directly access this page from the navigation bar by clicking Schedules, then Expenditure, and then Schedule D Unpaid Expenditures. To edit or delete an unpaid expenditure or an unpaid expenditure payment or forgiven entry, first search for the transaction using either the search feature or browsing the list of unpaid expenditures. Then click on the date to edit or delete the record. Please note, you do not need to wait until a filing deadline or the close of a reporting period to begin entering unpaid expenditures. If you'd like to review the schedule before filing it, you can use the Preview function. From the navigation bar, click Preview Print Report, then Disclosure Report. Select the reporting period from the drop-down menu. Then select Schedule D and click the Preview Report button to generate a preview. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or concerns relating to the Hawaii Campaign Spending Commission, please give us a call at 808-586-0285.